Today, again, I'm not going to report news because I got a couple of emails that some of you may have heard about, because actually this is 2 days ago as far as I know, which was Earth Overshoot Day. So I was recording about that yesterday. Is that Greta Thunberg is, actually I should put this tweet up. Good news, she texts or tweets, I'll be joining the UN Climate Action Summit in New York, COP25 in Santiago, Chile, I guess, and other events along the way. I've been offered a ride on the 60-foot racing boat Milisia 2 will be sailing across the Atlantic Ocean from the UK to New York City in mid-August. That's really soon. And so first, for those who know me, I've not flown. I'm in year 4 of not flying. And last summer, I started learning to sail because I wanted to get off of North America. Actually, this spring, I was invited to give a talk actually, soon after I stopped flying, there was an invitation for me to speak in Italy, and they were going to fly me out there. And I wrote back and I said, we'd been going along the way to make this happen. And then I said, I'm not flying. And I wonder if you could, if possible, could we do a boat? And I never heard back from them. So I had to, not do some things when I decided not to fly. It was challenging at the beginning. Now I love it. Anyway, so earlier this spring, I was invited to speak in Mexico, and they said, too bad you can't make it to this talk we're having, or this event we're having, because you can't fly. And I was like, it's not that I can't, it's that I choose not to. But Mexico, it was Tulum, which is not that far from Florida or Houston or New Orleans, which I can get to by train. So I said, if I can get there by boat, can we do it? And they said, yeah, but it's kind of soon. And so the programming group has to get a yes. It has to get a permanent confirmation. And I was not able to do it in time. I did find a guy who was going to sail from Miami around then to Honduras, and he said he would drop me off in Mexico, but I just couldn't make it happen just in time. Actually, the day after their drop dead date, when I said, I'm sorry, I have to pass, I woke up the next morning and realized this event is like an invitation only thing. Like, you can't just go at any cost. So you have to be invited, and then it's expensive. And so for a lot of people, it's a big deal just to be invited, to attend, to pay to go. And to be invited to be flown there and to speak there is like, I think a lot of people would dream of something like that. And I didn't even notice that I declined it, not because I thought it was bad. It's just I had better, the idea of flying to me is just, it's too much. We live in a world, I don't have to tell you the headlines. And that to me is almost the definition. When you have something in your life that you like, and then later you have something in your life that you like so much more that the old one just doesn't measure up. That is a better life. So I believe I have a better, I don't believe, I have a better life. So last summer I took sailing lessons, and I've been trying to work a way to sail across the Atlantic as a crew member, or across the Pacific, or just across the Gulf of Mexico. And then look at this. Greta Thunberg, someone invites her, and it was so hard. I was trying to figure out how to make this happen. And there's all these responses. Okay, I want to talk about this. Traditional climate activist, a lot of people are congratulating her. And I bet a lot of these people are themselves flying around. Because I think I saw in this story here that people were responding very positively. I think like I saw AOC Ocasio-Cortez is like, she's going to come and welcome her. And I'm sure that all these people are flying themselves, which I can't really fault them for, because it's kind of normal these days. But here's the thing. A lot of people say they want to be leaders. A lot of people say they want to make a difference. A lot of people say they want to leave a legacy. They want to make the world better than they found it. And when you give them an opportunity to do something like not fly, virtually no one that I've spoken to has even considered delaying one flight at all. And they say they want to be leaders. Now, when there is an area of global demand almost literally every single person on the planet, and for that matter, non-people. There's a lot of species going extinct for stuff like this, and it's not just global warming, but it's also, we fight wars to let's get some pictures of this. So, oil fields burning. These pictures here, images. Hopefully they'll come up in a second. These images that have come up, I don't know what you think of when you think of oil or gasoline or flying or driving, but these are this is what it takes. So anyway, so we have a world full of people who want to be led, and there are big leadership opportunities. Greta, once again, is taking a leadership opportunity. She is doing what anybody else could have, and virtually no one does. And these opportunities are all over the place. And that's what I hope people take away from this, is that it's past the time where we say someone else should do it first. If you want to be a leader, if you want to make a difference, if you want to help your children, think of what matters to you in the environment, because something does. And maybe your company can be more profitable. There's some marketing thing. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about what you really think about inside. If you listen to my podcast and you hear me asking people, what does the environment mean to you? It comes down to something, going fishing with your uncle, camping that time with the friends, that soccer field. Those are the things that people think about. And you can bring them to be a big part of your life, and you can bring those out in other values. And others can act on their environmental values and make global headlines. It's just leadership, ladies and gentlemen. This is someone leading or not leading. All of the other people who are not leading, leadership. That's why. But people want this leadership. That's why this people. I've been trying to put that together. I've been trying to put that together. Do it right away. So and she gets to do it right away. So she's just a kid. Well, she's not just a kid. Been able to get some kind of headlines like this. If I can meet her when she comes to New York. I want to find out if I can meet her when she comes to New York. Talk about anyway. This in some corp. And if you want to lead, you want to make it big in some corp. And if you want to lead, you want to make it big in some corp. And if you want to lead, you want to make it big in some corp. And if you want to lead, you want to make it big in some corp. And if you want to lead, you want to make it big in some corporation. You want to get promoted. You want more responsibilities. This is the sort of thing that does it. You say, but wait a minute, my company has nothing to do with that sort of thing. Leadership is not a sometimes thing. It's not like you lead in one area and not in another. You abdicate responsibility in some area that matters to you. It gets everywhere in your life. Take responsibility in places that matter to you. That's integrity. It will get into every other part of your life. So look for leadership opportunities like acting on your environmental values. People will follow you. You will get promoted. You will get raises. You will get more responsibilities. Your companies will get funded, that sort of thing. Yeah, it's not the sort of thing you expected, but this is the world we live in. This is the world we live in. This is the way out. All right, talk to you tomorrow.